Why use acid stains on concrete? Well, almost every building made starts out with a concrete slab. A stained floor doesn't cost as much as an overlayment of tile, wood, or fine carpet, and is easier to maintain. The colors and designs can be exactly tailored to your style of building. If properly waxed, these floors are just as durable as tile or wood, and they look much richer. The first step, very important, is to do color samples on part of the same slab that you intend to stain, since every pour of concrete reacts differently. First, outline your sample areas with 3M tape. Once the outlines have been created, label each box with the color of the stain that is going to go inside it. Then clean the area with water. Pour the stain on and quickly brush it around. There should be fizzing when the stain hits the slab. The color of your washed sample, when it's dry, is the color your floor will be once it is sealed with an acrylic sealer. You must mask all walls adjacent to your stained floors. If walls are sheetrocked, they should be primed or painted all the way down. We vacuum along the walls first and use a painter's masking machine like this to save time. Rolls of painter's plastic can be bought separately and applied by hand. Just don't leave any tape gaps at the bottom. If a baseboard is to be added later, so much the better. Once the walls are protected, you can begin cleaning the slab. This is the largest part of the staining process. Any spot of paint or tar left on the floor can mar the overall stone or leather look which you are trying to achieve. We perform an overall scrub and rinse. We mix a solution of about 1 cup of TSP powder to about 4 gallons of water. One person pours the mixture on the floor and operates the rotary floor scrubber using a coarse pad. Another person vacuums quickly while waste and concrete particles are still in suspension. A third person follows along with rinse water and mop before the marks of the machines can dry into the slab. Once the floor is scrubbed, you can judge which cracks will need to be filled. We don't fill hairline cracks, but anything which might catch debris is filled. We remove islands and loose particles first, using a cold chisel. Then vacuum the crack. Using a woodworker's syringe, we inject concrete glue into the crack, wiping up any excess. When the glue has set up, we mix anchoring cement to heavy cream consistency and press it into the crack. When it's dry, we scrape off high spots and sand along the crack with drywaller's sanding screen. We have found that 3 is the perfect number of people for staining. At minimum, it is a 2-person job. The first person brushes a water spot on the slab to prevent a pour mark. The second person pours the stain to be immediately spread out with a circular motion. A third worker paints stain into saw cuts, corners, and around door frames. The next step is to clean all excess chemicals off the floor surface. We scrub the floor in a 3-person process, very much like our preliminary floor scrub, except we use a soft white buffing pad and a small amount of floor detergent. Again, the wet-dry vacuum follows on the heels of the scrubber, and the rinse mop follows the vacuum. Now it is time to apply a clear sealer. Use a sealer that is made to go over your brand of acid stain.